Hey Cole, welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Rhi, and on this channel we love everything spooky, weird and alternative. And today we've got a really exciting video because we are unboxing and trying out the brand new The Conjuring X 𝗣𝗿𝘁𝘂𝗂𝗰𝘁𝘀𝗂𝗍 collab. Now, when 𝗣𝗿𝗁𝘁𝘂𝗂𝗂𝗍 reached out to me and asked me, hey Rhi, we've got this collab coming up, we'd love to send you a parcel, would you be interested? Would I be interested? Does a bear shit in the woods? Absolutely, I'd be interested. Are you joking me? As a complete horror and film nerd, the fact that there's a makeup collection for The Conjuring is extremely exciting. I'm not going to edge you guys too much, so let's just get straight into it. So I haven't actually taken it out of the box yet because I wanted to show you guys the packaging. Every fibre of my being wants to keep this box and keep the collection in this box, but this is the packaging and I am in love with it. What a box of goodies. Now I'm just going to go through this one by one, show you guys the pieces, and then we're going to do a little makeup look. Let's dive in. Now, I will say the packaging for everything in this collection is fantastic. It is so on brand, so horror coded. I love it. I'm pretty sure this collection is just a collaboration with the first film. Obviously we had the new one just come out, Conjuring Last Rites. I was really fortunate to go into a screening of that and I really enjoyed it. I think it was better than the third one, but the first two Conjuring films are the best. The second one is probably my favourite because Valak comes into the whole scenario and she is absolutely terrifying. Nun film is incredible. We watched the first one in like a really fancy cinema and it was super dark and super scary, and then when we watched the second Valak film we went to this cinema that was like an old medieval building and it was like in this old church thing and it was terrifying. But I'm getting sidetracked as usual. So when I was going through the box, the first thing that caught my eye was this. Now this is the Blood Drop Primer. I absolutely love when a collection or a collaboration actually features something for the base. I feel like a lot of the time when a makeup company brings out an entire collection, it's usually just like lipsticks, liners, powders. There's nothing ever really for the base or the face and base. And wait until you see what it looks like. Also as well, before we get into this, I just wanted to show you because every piece of packaging has a quote from the first movie. Being brave doesn't mean you're not scared, it means you are scared but you hang in there. This is what the actual primer looks like. I am totally obsessed with this. I actually use this for my base. I will say this has a lovely feel to it. It goes on kind of like a liquid gel and the red spots in it kind of burst on your face and mix in and give you almost like a dewy, blushy complexion. This is the only thing of the collection that I have tried so far, so everything else we're going to try out today is first impressions. This so far, for the first time using it, felt great. Next product we've got is the Music Box Highlighter. Again, packaging is absolutely bloody on point. I am really obsessed with this, I'm not gonna lie guys. So this is obviously a reference to the haunted music box in the first film that the creepy ass kid is always holding on to. If a little child was telling me to twist a key on a music box, you think I'd be doing it? If they're telling me that a little ghosty kid's gonna... Nah, I'm good. When the music stops, you'll see him in the mirror standing behind you. Yeah, no, kid, I'm not twisting that key. Do fear that is one of the things that people in horror movies just don't have is a brain. It'd be quite good in a horror movie situation. This is the packaging. The music box in Conjuring though really kind of does remind me of the umbrella logo from Resident Evil. And then when you open this, you have like the swirly mirror from the music box in the film. Then we have this gorgeous opal iridescent glittery highlighter. Looks like this. It's got a lovely pearlescent to it and it's just a really gorgeous sheen on the skin. Now it wouldn't be a collaboration or a collection without some brand new lipstick product. We have two brand new lipsticks in this collection. We have Annabelle's Curse and Valak's Vengeance. I love that both of these are kind of harking back to both of the demons within the films. Annabelle obviously features at the beginning of the first Conjuring, and even though Valak is not explicitly kind of in the first Conjuring, we have the reference to Valak with Frenchie's exorcism, so love that. Also have some super cool motifs on there. This is the actual bullet packaging. These are super nice and weighty. They're magnetic as well. Love. And on the end of the bullet, they actually have a custom embossed pentagram, which is fantastic. Again, the packaging and the theming for this collection is incredible. Valak's Vengeance is a lovely black smoky shade, and Annabelle's Curse is this gorgeous rich red shade. To be so honest with you guys as well, I haven't worn a solid proper lipstick in what feels like forever, so I'm going to be really excited to see what the texture and the formulation of them lipsticks is like, if I can be converted. Then we have three brand new liquid eyeliners. These are really special because they're double-ended. On one end we have our normal eyeliner pen, and then on the other end we actually have some stamps. We have Hide and Clap, which features this star stamp, Black Mass, which features this upside down cross, and then we have Demon's Mark, which obviously features a pentagram. Now these are all different colours, so we have a black, a brown and a purple, which I really love. I'm loving that they've included two really wearable shades and then a purple, because I feel like a purple's a colour that not a lot of people would go for. But I think if you do it right with the right makeup look, a purple liner can be absolutely epic. All of these eyeliners feature the same quote: everything you see in here is either haunted, cursed, or has been used in some kind of ritualistic practice. That quote features quite heavily across the entire collection marketing, and Ed is showing the guy around their little occult museum in their house. I think it'd be really cool for the Conjuring to do some spin-off films about the items within that museum. There's a really cool like samurai suit, there's like a rocking horse, and obviously everything in there, like he said, is haunted or cursed. I think that could be a really cool like TV show, series situation. Obviously the star of the show for this collection is the pressed eyeshadow palette. Can we please take a second to appreciate this packaging? This is the iconic imagery from the first movie's film poster, and this is just amazing. It's just so ghostly and spooky, and I love it so much. And this is what we are working with. As you can probably see, I have swatched the shimmers. Guys, let me tell you right now, fantastic. We've got Conduit, Infestation, Evil's Whisper, Clairvoyant, The Curse, Oppression, 𝗣𝗿𝚀𝘂𝗂𝗰𝘁𝘀, Demonology, Holy Light, Possession, Salem, Occult Museum. And it's just incredible. This colour up here, Clairvoyant, is stunning. Showing up as pink here, but let me swatch you because it has this gorgeous iridescent nature to it. Lethal Cosmetics, you have smashed this. Now there are a few pieces that I don't have. They actually have a pressed powder, and they also have a nail polish set. If you're a nail girly, I think you'll really appreciate it. They got some really nice muted ghostly tones in there. Now that we've gone through the products and you can see what we're working with, without further ado, let's turn myself into a sickly, ghostly, haunted Victorian child, shall we? I've brought you in a little closer. We're a bit more personal now. First colour I'm going to go into is this brown here. This is Oppression, and I'm going to use this to just go all around the eye. I'm just going to kind of like follow out this first section of my eye. I'm also going to bring it kind of underneath. I want to make myself look tired, which is funny because I actually hid my eye bags this morning. But I also want to make this like wearable. I feel like as well, like narrowing the bridge of the nose. Make it look like we're pinching the top of our nose, really. I love this colour. I'm already looking insanely tired. Love that. That's just my natural look. I'm going to go in and darken up the inners. So I'm going to take the darker brown, which is called Infestation. I'm taking this on a slightly smaller, denser brush so we can pack a little bit more of that colour in. I want to focus this mainly on this inner corner of my eye and kind of like just spur it out. See how that's like creating that like circular hollowed out effect? I'm actually going to extend this brown slightly down the nose because I think that where we blended it under the eye kind of naturally feels like, what do you guys think? I think that looks pretty good. I mean, so far we're looking extremely tired, so I'm loving that. Slay, Tired Queen. I'm going to go in with just a clean fluffy brush and just kind of like soften up those edges on the nose. Next I'm going in with this purple. This is Conduit, and this again we're going to focus this in the center and kind of bring it out so we kind of have that almost bloody kind of bruised effect. And I'm going to bring this under the eye as well, still focusing on that inner corner. I'm going to drag this under the eye as well, so we kind of almost have that bruisey bloody eye kind of effect. This could be such an easy Halloween look to do. Nice to make myself look tired and not just be tired. Didn't think I was going to use the blue, but I think that if we put a tiny bit of blue on the inner corner, it could actually really accentuate that like tired, veiny, bruisey kind of look. So I'm going to use a really tiny brush and go into the blue here. This is Evil Whisper. To that right here. I don't want to put a lot of this on, This is just to deepen a kind of concave bruise look we already have going on. Also going to take that blue and drag that kind of on the waterline. I'm going to almost kind of like flick this out at the end. Yeah, oh my god, okay. This is a slay. What the hell? The frick, man? Obviously we're going to have to use a shimmer. This is, of course, Clairvoyant. This gorgeous duochrome pearlescent kind of situation. And then I'm just going to gently drag this out so that we kind of disperse the glitter the further away we go. It almost gives it that kind of wet look. I absolutely love that. I'm going to take a little bit of this colour here, Possession, on my finger really lightly. And I'm just going to tap that in the corner just to bring the glitter up a little bit. Are we seeing the shimmer, guys? Absolutely. I'm going to go in with the liquid eyeliner in Demon's Mark. Now, this is the purple one that we spoke about. So you actually get a little stamp. There's a little pentagram on this one. And then you obviously have your liquid liner. And I am loving that colour. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to keep it real tight to the waterline. We'll see what happens. Hopefully I don't fuck it up. Oh, scared. Acting like I don't do liquid eyeliner every single day of my life. Jesus, Ree, you're an emo. Get yourself together. Yeah, I mean, I think that's adding a nice tiny bit of contrast to the top. I think it makes a nice bit of difference, so it gives us a little bit of definition. So, yeah, that's nice. Okay, I am loving this eye look. I'm going to go put a little bit of mascara on. And then we'll come back and do the lips. Now, usually I am a lashes girl, but I feel like the kind of lash I would need for this look, I don't currently have. We're going bare. I feel naked. Don't tell anyone. Now we're going to go in with a little bit of the highlighter. This is a bit more of like a sparkle shimmer highlighter. I'm really interested to see how this kind of comes up on the skin. We're just going to go in with my finger. Ooh, okay. Go off. Are you seeing that shimmer? I'm just going to diffuse with a clean finger. Yes, hello. I feel like as well this would be super good to put on your inner corners. I'm going to use the black first off, and we're just going to kind of like, we want it smudgy, you know. I really don't want to ruin this pentagram. Going on, it's like not the most pigmented black, but that's quite nice because it means we can just like build upon it, like make it as dark as we want. For this look, I just want this kind of smudgy grey look, so this is going to work perfectly, to be honest. I'm actually going to go in with my finger for this because I don't think the brush is giving me what I want. I'm not going to lie, I quite like just the black smudge around the lips. It's definitely playing into like that sickly child look. Then the red I'm going to take on my finger as well, and we're just going to pat that in. That is lovely and pigmented. I'm really just going to mess this up. Okay. Okay, absolute slay. Love this. I will say though, the more I stare at it, the more I feel like I need a lash. I'm going to go put a lash on, guys. This is the finished look. What do you guys think? I definitely think adding lashes was the right idea. I think the shimmers in this palette are beautiful. And I think I really achieved my sickly, deathly Victorian child look. Especially wearing this little blouse. The primer as well. I've been wearing my foundation for about 2 hours now. My skin is actually looking a lot smoother than it normally does. So I'm excited to wear this for the rest of the day and see how my skin kind of holds up with this. Now, this is my first time using Lethal Cosmetics. And would I recommend the Conjuring X Lethal Cosmetics? Absolutely. Not only are the products gorgeous, but if you are a horror nerd, a horror fan, or just love the Conjuring movies, this is fantastic. The packaging alone is amazing. I love all of the little details that reflect on the first film. So all in all, if you're a fan of The Conjuring and you love makeup, you are going to love this collection. So if you like today's video and you want to see more alt fashion and lifestyle, feel free to subscribe to me, drop me a like and leave me a comment. Come and be part of the cult. I try and upload at least once a week. And with Halloween coming up, we have a lot of horror and spooky related things coming up. Thank you so much for watching today, guys. I'll see you in the next one.